Good morning and welcome to another Glenn Maney Talks Chelsea. I actually recorded a vlog last night and I got up with the intention of re-recording it this morning. As some of you know, and thanks for the kind messages, guys and girls. I've been suffering with vertigo. I had a day off my meds yesterday so I could have a drink while the cup final was on. And I have to say, I think that whilst not a cure, I personally reckon, with no medical background, I'll admit that Isla Negra and Guinness is a treatment for vertigo, if not a cure. So, I feel a little bit better this morning. So I thought I'd re-record it. And then I thought, no, just let it go out as it is. So there you go. You have my drunken thoughts on yesterday's cup final. Still very disappointed this morning, I won't lie. But you've got to take out of it that we took one of the best teams in the world at the moment. Probably the best Liverpool side ever. Twice to penalties, and it wasn't to be. Yesterday's game wasn't a classic, and I think that's down to Tuchel and Klopp tactically wiping each other out. Both sides could have won it. It was one of them. Not a lot of difference in the possession, really. Not a lot of difference in the passing. So there we go. We're a great side. We've got a good base, and I'm looking forward to next season. I'm looking forward to Leicester and Watford, but you know where I'm coming from. Hope you enjoyed the vlog. Sorry I was drunk. It's one of them, innit? Hello, and today it was Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0, or it should be Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0, shouldn't it? On alphabetical order. In the FA Cup final, 2021-22, and Liverpool won after extra time and penalties 6-5. This is a hard one to do, but I thought I'd do it tonight because I've got vertigo. I've had 2 bottles of wine, stayed off my meds today, thought let them have it while I'm in the mood. And I'm not really in the mood. The second defeat in a cup final on penalties is a tough one to take. And I'm sure it is for all you guys and girls out there as well. So, I'm going to read through my notes quickly. So, excuse me looking down. Mendy, poor kick, Thiago chance. Lukaku beats Van Dijk in the air, things looking good. One of my problems with Lukaku is when he comes across the really top defenders, I think, just my opinion, that he struggles. A lot of his goals against lesser sides, but Van Dijk beat him twice in the air earlier on. I thought, perhaps he's up for it. Didn't do much else, to be fair, Lukaku, the rest of the game, but first couple of headers, he beat Van Dijk. Mendy, great save. Diaz. Yeah. Diaz through. Goal at his mercy. Great save. I think it was with his knee or his leg. It bounced back behind him. But Chalobah was really switched on and cleared it. The commentary. I don't watch BBC because of Gary Lineker and his virtue signalling. There's a bloke, £2 million a year. Your granny can't get a free TV licence anymore. Lineker is getting £2 million a year to sit there and virtue signal. That says everything I need to know about the BBC, which is why I don't watch it anymore. So I watched ITV, and I wasn't impressed. It was a Liverpool loving from the start. I don't know who that commentator was. I'm not even going to bother to find out, because to be honest, I don't really care. But is Kovacic 100%? Probably not. He got taken out big time by Leeds the other night by a guy who got sent off. His name was Dan James. It was a leg breaker. Do a little bit of research. Is Kovacic 100%? Probably not. But fair play to Kovacic. You've obviously had a painkiller. You've give it 110. Proper Chelsea. Lukaku defensive header. Tell you what, Lukaku's looking good at the minute. Shame it dies down after about 15 minutes. Lee Dixon talks about quick thinking. Lee Dixon talks about quick thinking. I don't think some of these players watch themselves, do they? They don't. I've never seen Lee Dixon for Arsenal or England quick think in his life. Quick thinking, what, like Jerry McCann thinking about good babysitting practices? I don't think so. Expert. Oh yeah. Who was it down? It was, I think it was Kovacic down, and the commentator saying, "Oh, they've got people on giving him expert attention." Well, of course they have. Of course they have. What's the point of saying that? You've got physiotherapists on. You've got doctors on. What does the commentator think has happened? Tuchel says, "Oh, Cover's down. We got one of the cleaning ladies and come on and have a look." Of course it's expert. Of course it's expert. Shocking. Yeah, Liverpool loving. I've written that a few times. Sorry, it's the wine. It's the wine. Pulisic should score. Now I've got Pulisic should score 4 times written down. I thought he had a poor game today because he got in positions, but his finishing was absolutely shocking. Not blaming him. Not blaming him. You win as a team, you lose as a team, but oh my God. If you had Drogba or Lampard or anyone else there, me there on a good day when I haven't got vertigo, I'd have put a couple of them away. In fact, I would have probably put one of them away with vertigo. That's how bad it was. Alonso, poor touch, should score. Yeah, that was the one that I think it was Mason put it over, and could have been Reece, and he should have scored. He should have scored. Even when he made a bad touch, he only had to kick down on the ball and push it up over Alisson. When the goalkeeper's coming out at you, up. He can't do nothing after that. He's committed. I know I got a cheek. I only played low-level football, but just up. Jota should score after Kova mistake, but didn't. Pulisic should score. Alonso should score. Alonso hits the crossbar. The commentary still on about Liverpool. Red machine that smothers everybody. Oh my God! I honestly expected him to say, "Oh, I've got to go. I've got to be on my own for a while." And here, shocking, absolutely shocking. Cover mistake. Yeah, Cover was struggling today. Cover wasn't at his best. Bless him. He tried his heart out. He wanted to be there so much, but he wasn't his best. Might have been even better with Kante on from the start, but there you go. That's life. Milner, no booking on James. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I think the referee, I don't know if he's on acid or what, but how you couldn't give that. And about 5 minutes later, he booked James for exactly the same challenge. I do think that they're a bit biased. Diaz, it's the post. Oh yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Not only do they love Liverpool, they love him, don't they? Oh, great clearance. It had gone past Pulisic. Pulisic had missed it. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, so thick, he puts it out. Instead of letting it run, he puts it out, and they think that's good. Oh my God. Gareth will be pleased. That's the England manager. Seeing Trent Alexander-Arnold watch Pulisic miss an open goal, and just kick it out for a corner. And I've got Alonso bottled out, challenging midfield. Remember it clearly now. Could have gone for it, bottled out. But do you know what? Well, I've put a shift in really as a team. If Mount's getting stick for missing a penalty, I'm just going to go on Twitter and Facebook and just abuse people, because the lad put a proper shift in, both defensively and going forward, and anyone can miss a penalty. Ashby, he missed his. When Mendy saved Sane's, I thought to myself, right, we're in it. But it's one of them. Penalties is a lottery. I After the first 10 minutes, I thought, what's happening? But I sort of expected them to come at us hard. And then we grew back into the game, didn't we? At the second half, to be honest, we should have been a couple up. I know they had their chances. They should have scored some. It was just a great game between two great teams, really. So I've got a shout out to Liverpool. What a good team they are. I don't like them. Some of their players. That Henderson's one I hate the most, Mr. Nivea, man. Doesn't shut up about getting players booked and whatever. Just an arse. If Nivea really think that's the face of Nivea, they should just start sticking Nivea cream on a backside. Same as having Jordan Henderson, really. So there we go. That's me. I'm sorry it's a bit rubbish, and sorry I'm a bit drunk and a bit vertigoed out. Right, let's give these players their score, shall we? Mendy gets a 7. Good save. Good penalty save. Yeah, looked alert. One mistake earlier on, as I put in my notes. But other than that, nice and assured. Good in the air. Yeah, he gets a 7. Right hand side, Reece James. A thorn in their side, he gets a 7.5. In the middle, Chalobah. Do you know what? Trevor Chalobah, who I rate so highly, looks actually devoid of confidence. Anyone else? I mean, let me know in the comments. Anyone else thinks he looks a little bit lacking in confidence? A couple of mistakes, a couple of really good things he did, evened itself out. I'm going to give Trevor Chalobah a 6.5. That's not the confident player we saw at the start of the season, but he put a shift in. Thiago Silva, some good blocks. I thought he was carrying injury for a lot of that game. But yeah, led the line well, always looking to play forward. He gets a 7. Rudiger, he gets a 6.5. Not his greatest game by any means, but like I say, I think he's already got 1 foot at Real Madrid. And so what he produced was decent enough. Stopped a few bits that Liverpool were producing. Alonso, he gets a 6. Bottled out a few times. Hit the crossbar. Few really good balls in. Now, do you know what? I'm doing him a disservice, and I'm going to give Alonso a 7. Alonso gets a 7. Never going to be a defender as long as he's got a hole in his bum, but going forward, he did produce a fair bit. Should have scored. But yeah, 7. Midfield, we had Jorginho, not his greatest game today. Fouled a lot. They're putting pressure on him. Played quite well under pressure. He's getting a 6.5 from me. Kova, not really at the races. Could tell he was carrying an injury. Tried driving forward. He just looked lacking his normal sort of exuberance, which is probably because of that injury. And he gets a 6. In front of them, Mount and Pulisic. Mount weren't allowed to have his best game, but tried right throughout, 110%, and he gets a 7 from me. Did a lot of good work, a lot of good touches, a lot of good defensive stuff. Just put a shift in for the team today, so he gets a 7. Pulisic, really, really hard to mark. Got into some good positions. Could have had a hat-trick on another day. A couple of times, there was one where he got the ball and Mount was in acres, absolutely acres, and he went the other way. I was actually up briefly because I got vertigo. I soon sat back down again, shouting at the telly. Pulisic, 6.5. Should have won that cup for us today. His finishing was shocking, so was his decision making, but in the right positions, in the right areas, and he put a shift in. 6.5. Romelu gets a 6. Didn't really do much, did he? Started off bright. I think it was the confidence carried over from the other games. But when he comes up against top defenders, I personally, there to be shot down, don't rate him that highly. So there we go. And am I going to score the substitutes? Thought Nagolo did well when he came on. If I had to score anyone, Nagolo would have got an 8, to be honest. I'm not going to give a Chelsea man a match. I think it was a decent team performance. Everyone put a shift in. Shame about the penalties. Can't blame Aspie. Can't blame Mason. Just can't blame Edward Mendy. Just is what it is. Their day. Take my hat off to them. Good team. Don't like them. Hope City win the league. I think I've got to hope Liverpool beat Real Madrid just to put the snake in his place. And that's how bad I hate the snake. So there we are. I'm going to let Drunk Glenn say goodbye to you. I'm going to go onto social media now, and if anyone's slagging Mount off for missing a penalty, I'm going to rip them a new one and question their right to breathe. Thanks for watching, and over to Drunk Glenn. Right, sorry about this. Not a great advertisement for Glenn Maney Talks Chelsea, but I am smashed with vertigo, so please forgive me. Oh, Tommy Tuchel, he gets a 8 to match Klopp, to match that lot, and to get the best out of players, some of whom are leaving at the end of the season, and some of whom are in doubt whether they're staying or going, some of whom he's obviously fell out with, to get them motivated and put up such a performance against this team who are going for the quadruple, and who the commentator obviously wants to get a room with. Well done, Tommy. You get an 8 from me. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Onwards and upwards. Leicester next. Let's hope we beat them. And you know what? After all we've had to put up with, it's still been a really, really good season. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Speak to you soon. More coherently. Up to Chelsea.